Yeah, for sure. And we matched up a lot in like camps and all throughout high school.
What stands out about kind of his play and how your games compare?
I mean, we both move without the ball really well. You know, we both attack the glass really strong, and I mean, he's a great player. You know, I mean, his numbers doesn't show, but he's actually a really great shooter. I mean, he's playing without the ball even better. He can play with the ball as well.
Troy, how fired up are you for this game against this top seed North Carolina team?
I'm really fired up for it, you know. I'm really fired up for the team, really. We match up against great teams. This is what we're coming for.
When you look at Carolina, what concerns you about it?
Their length and their speed, you know. Sometimes we're not really getting back, or we're getting tired and we're not talking as much on transition defense as we need to, but we've been preparing for that a lot this week.
Look, you talked about their length. Does that mean everybody has to get on the glass for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every night we have to crash the boards hard and try to get rebounds, whether it's offensive or defensive.
We have any kind of like analysts talking about how crazy is his rise been?
You know, ever since he first came here back in June, he kind of had a couple wild moments that he hit you. You know, obviously he was a freshman, so you know, there were some things where he had to learn about the college game, just how to transition from high school to college. But you know, overall he's done an incredible job just getting better all year. You know, really working hard, and you know, with all the success he's having now, you know, just keep true to what's worked for him. And you know, I think he has so much potential with his athleticism and just his mentality. If he keeps that up, he'll be a really good player.
He was so even-keeled, you know, coming out of high school and everything. Has he kept that, even though he's getting a ton of attention here in March?
Yeah, I'd say so. You know, he's you know, definitely obviously not a huge talkative, you know, outward person, but you know, overall he has a really good core, and his mentality is always very focused. And you know, I think, you know, no matter if, you know, we're in the Sweet 16 or the Final Four, you know, he's definitely going to stay true to himself.
Is he still as quiet in the locker room as he is like in other places, or does he really open up around you guys?
I mean, he's definitely cool on the team. You know, a lot more outward, but you know, it's just kind of a personal thing. You know, who knows? You know, maybe in a couple of years he'll finally, you know, start actually talking to you guys, but I'm not sure.
Well, you and Yogi are the only two players who have been this far in the tournament. Have you felt kind of younger players maybe coming and asking what's it like, what's to be expected of this next level as you get further and further into the games?
Sure. You know, with us being the only guys, you know, we had that experience and kind of know the mentality of, you know, we're going to a new place to play in the Sweet 16. You know, there's only I don't even know how many teams still practicing now. Everyone else is on their spring break, and you know, here we are, just, you know, got to stay focused, and you know, every game counts, every possession counts. You know, at this point of the year, all these teams are so good, you can't take a possession off.
Max, how do you compare Kentucky's line with North Carolina's line? How do you compare the North Carolina's with Kentucky?
They're definitely big and long. You know, I think they're Kentucky has a little more pounds down there on the block. You know, they definitely a lot bigger athletes, but you know, overall they're, you know, long team that, you know, you got to make sure you box out on the offensive glass, and you know, they got shot blockers down there too, so you got to, you know, do what you can do to attack that.
What do you think you're going to play on Friday?
Hopefully, but you know, it's not ultimately just up to me. If it was, I'd definitely be out there. But it comes down to, you know, the trainers and coaches being comfortable with putting me out there.
Is it whether the ankle's okay, or is it whether you could possibly injure it, or is it pain? What's the decision?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of those things. You know, they ask me how I feel, how the pain feels tomorrow, and they don't want to, you know, it to be to a point where I can do further damage to it. So I think it'll just come down to a mixture of those things and what they, you know, think is best for me.
How much do you want to play this game?
Oh, 110%. You know, it'll definitely, you know, hurt me if I'm not out there. You know, but at the same time, I'll do whatever I can to support those guys and just help win in any way I can.
OG's obviously got a lot of attention in March, played really well. There's even NBA draft analysts tweeting about OG now. It seems crazy 9 months ago.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about his rise over the last few months?
I just think it's a sign of his maturity. You know, he's worked really hard. He's one of those guys that's a gym rat. You know, when I come in there late at night, he's one of those guys that, you know, come with me. So I think it's all that extra work and his maturity coming out. he listens. He's like a sponge, you know, tries to retain all the information he can to get better. And I think, you know, it's starting to reflect now.
Those late night sessions, what do you guys going to cook hall?
Yeah.
Working on what?
A lot of times we just shoot. You know, sometimes we play one-on-one just to get better. You know, defensively, offensively. Just a mixture of different things. Sometimes we bring managers in there with us to do game shots and things like that. So different stuff.
You said late at night.
We break it down very easily. You know, coach breaks it down for us too. You know, we get out there and execute on the practice court. You know, we're very confident.
How important is it in games like this to make some runs of your own, but also prevent them from having like a 12-2 spurt, something like that? How do you stop a run when you can sense another team is making one?
We just gotta get back in transition. You know, get back in defense. Defense wins our games. You know, we get back in defense. You know, our offense will flow through. You know, even when we're having a drought like that, we just gotta stay disciplined on defense.
What's the feeling?
You guys so tough to beat right now?
We just have that will to win right now. You know, well, we're very disciplined on defense right now. We're starting to click way more often out there on the court. You know, not just with the coach, but with each other as well.
How do you see this game going tomorrow in terms of up and down? Do you think it's going to go fast?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be up and down game. You know, both teams like to get out and run. You know, we like to, and we know that they do too.